Hello everyone, I'm Thomas, the owner of Arkansas Finest ERS. Welcome to my tutorial on how to get started playing in the server. Quick disclaimer, this is not a professional guide or whatever. It's not going to have like the split tutorial segments. Alright, it's just probably going to be one continuous thing on how to fully get started, okay? I'm not like a cool YouTuber or anybody that makes like the best tutorials, but I will do the best that I can to make sure you guys are all set up to play here. Alright, I want to make this as easy as possible for everyone to get started, but we're going to talk about some of the first most important things and you should have set up. Before we even touch anything, just want to say I appreciate you guys for even like clicking on this video. I hope you guys like, subscribe, and just follow for more content, more things that I put out, right? But yeah, that'd be pretty cool. That'd be very appreciative. So before we get started, alright, we're going to talk about the mic settings and how to interact with players. I'm seeing a lot of issues with this. First things first is you need to go to your desktop settings and audio, and you need to make sure that it's configured in such a way that you could talk in game. Alright, for those that really have a hard time or don't understand why they're not hearing anything, it's probably because first that's the problem. The second problem is you need to hit escape or pause. You're gonna go to your settings, okay? You're gonna go to voice chat. Alright, here you need to make sure your output and input devices reflect what your desktop audio settings are probably as well. Alright, so make sure those are configured properly, or else you're gonna have a hard time. Alright, the next thing is the F1 menu, voice settings. Alright, you're going to press F1, which is your V menu. Alright, you're going to go to voice chat. Please make these your settings. Alright, nobody wants to have your proximity chat like, I don't know, across the entire globe. Nobody wants to hear that. So make sure that you have that. And then you set it to push to talk back in the GTA settings, voice chat settings that I pulled up before. So once you have that, we'll talk about saving the settings at the end. Ignore the SB5PD. That was the old thing I had from a long time ago. Server got rebranded like twice. Okay, it was one thing before and one before that. But enough about that. That is your voice chat settings. Before we get into the radio, we're going to talk about your keybinds, things like that. Okay, you need to check your keybinds. How you check your keybinds? Hitting the escape button. You're going to your settings. Go to keybinds and go to 5M keybinds. You need to pay attention to these things because sometimes these keybinds may conflict, especially if you play in another server where your keybinds are set for that server. This server is totally different. Alright, same thing with ERS. ERS probably takes up a good amount of your keybinds. Alright, or at least a decent amount. So just kind of going forward with that. We have a lot of things in here. We have ERS. We have some other things like towing, Tibu, what is it called? I think it's in there. SCN P25, that's in there. Your smart taser. You can kind of configure these things how you like, right? They're in there. I will say your panic button is F6. That is going to get changed at some point. Now you scroll past that, but yeah, that conflicts with another the objects placement menu, so that's going to get changed at some point. Just I gotta go work and redo the keybinds. I will update in the ERS controls website down below in the Discord. Tyler's gonna help me out with that. That is another staff member. Alright, please set your push to talk on the radio, okay? I use my side mouse button, and then my other side mouse button is my push to talk button for the voice chat, okay? That's something you can find in the GTA Online settings. Right there, the other side mouse button, which is mouse button 4, okay? Just do that and it should be an issue. But we're going to now cover the F1 menu. Actually, one thing before that, we're going to cover what you should probably do after you kind of configure those things in your voice chat settings. You're going to want to hit T on your keyboard. Alright, there's some commands you guys can do in the server to get you started. If you want a uniform, alright, and you don't feel like customizing a uniform in the V menu, you can type /EUP. Disclaimer, we don't have all the EUP in, minus, with the exception of Arkansas, Little Rock, and Northern Little Rock. The Pulaski County Sheriff's office, we're kind of using a filler right now until we get the commissioners open up for us to commission it. If you know anybody that has an open commission for us to make EUP, please let us know, create a ticket, and we'll go conduct business with them. We do need to configure the fire EUP. We have a little bit. We'll get on that when we can, but it's a work in progress. But you can go ahead and select your character in whatever uniform you want to wear, or you can go into the F1 menu, and this is where you can get started here, or your V menu, I should say. Alright, which we pulled up before. You're going to want to go to player related options, and this is where you can create your online custom PEDs. And we'll go through this. So we have our MP PED customization. We have create female or male or female. We only have male EUP. I'll probably work on getting female EUP at some point, but just kind of suck it up for now. It is what it is. But you could create a male and save it. Once you save it, you figure it all out. Once you find out all the items, you can save it and categorize it if you want. I don't do that. I just don't care. These are my characters. But once you save your characters, you can select them and you can set to default. And what does this do for you guys? So when you set this as default, every time you spawn in the server, load up in the server, this is the character that you're going to spawn as every time you load in the server. And also when you die or get revived or whatever reason. Alright, if you set it to default, this is what your character is going to be. And it's going to automatically save as soon as you set it to default. It'll tell you, put you in a note. So you have a check mark, that is your character. Move along, how to get weapons, right? You're already here in the player related options in the V menu. You need to navigate down to weapon options. Alright, you can select the weapons that you have or that you want. Alright, I'm going to tell you right now, do not be that guy and get explosives, or you're just going to be here to do RDM or whatever. If you're going to RDM or you're going to cause explosives, the anti-cheat that we have in the system, alright, that monitors every single player and screenshots and records everything that you guys do, by the way, it's going to ban you. It is absolutely going to ban you, and we're going to see that. So please don't do that. Alright, this is a chill server. This is not meant to be a server for you guys to cause havoc. It's not the place to do it. Go find another server if you want to do it. I don't tolerate it. None of the staff team tolerates it, and I'm pretty sure the rest of the community doesn't tolerate it. Alright, this is a chill environment. I want it to be like grown adults. Alright, I know I said 15 years plus, alright, of age. That's fine, but you need to have some like maturity in the sense of not to ruin it for everybody. Don't be that guy. Alright, or I will single you out. I'll put you on the wall of shame, and I will ban you and along with your friends. Just don't be that guy, please and thank you. But yeah, you select your handguns, alright, stun gun, get all your stuff. What you can do here, once you have all your weapons that you want, you can save it by going to weapons loadout, save your loadout, right? And you're gonna manage loadout, and you're gonna set as default here. It's gonna automatically save, alright, and you can make sure this is checked. Now that we're good with that, okay, we're going to go down to the vehicle related options. This is where you can spawn all your cars. This is everything you're going to do to spawn your car. I recommend for now. Alright, you're going to go to vehicle spawner, and then you're going to go to add-ons. Alright, add-ons is where this is all the stuff that we add in the server. If you have the Civ role or the Civ cert role, because you're a certified Civ, you will have access to Civ vehicles. If you don't have this role, don't bother trying. It will be locked. Alright, and if you are caught for whatever reason and you end up in a Civ vehicle playing as a Civ, you will be banned if you are not certified. We will check that. We monitor that. Okay? Don't be that guy. Alright? Just don't do it. Alright. Define emergency vehicles. This is where they're all listed. Everything. Alright? I put all of these CVPIs because I'm a big nerd. I kind of like the early 2000s. I like some of the old vehicles like the 2010 Charger and so forth. Some was like that. Alright. As you navigate through, you can select some of these vehicles. Okay? The ASP vehicles are mostly made one-to-one, are very close, or pretty much accurate, so you won't have an issue with those. I love them. I generally do. I love Chargers. I'm just gonna let you guys know. There's so many options to choose from. All right, you can't go wrong. There's like 80,000 Chargers in here. I'm exaggerating, but there's so much. There's Ghosted liveries, the black and white, the Ghosted S and 8 hardtop. That's gonna be your the 40-year edition ASP, and you got the ASP Retro one, which I forgot what year it is, maybe in the 80s, I think. It's a blue and white one, but that one's pretty cool. I think it's pretty neat. You guys will like that one. And I love the 21 Durango hardtop and the 14 Charger. So we're gonna move on. There's more down here. One of my other favorite ones I personally like to use, the ASP A67. I think that one's one of my favorites. The ASP VA is one I commissioned a long time ago, and you can make it a slick top or a hard top if you wanted to. But there's other vehicles in here to choose from, right? I'm not going to go down the whole list. There is a helicopters and fire and EMS all down in there. It's just at the lower half. Once you select the vehicle, alright, I'm going to go and spawn my vehicle real fast. Alright, I'll go into this right after once I just spawn. Whatever, alright, we'll get the retro out so you guys can see that. Alright, I actually commissioned this, little known fact, a while ago. It cost me 90 bucks. But I couldn't wait anymore. I wanted it. I paid for it. It's good. It looks great. I think it's got a great lighting pattern, and we'll go through the whole shebang of ULC right after. But first, we need to go to the vehicle section, back to the menu by hitting F1, vehicle-related options, vehicle options. Then we need to go and see here, right? I recommend you just keep your vehicle clean. Just looks better. It does still kick mud. All right, it just does. That's how GTA works. Your mod menu, alright, this is where you can set your EMS, like your engine upgrades, stuff like that, recommend, alright. All the custom wheels are going to be located in the sports section. Once you toggle, you got to toggle the custom wheels, and then you can just navigate from left back. So if you want to change the tires, right, just kind of keep going back, right, until you find them, until they change. Right, we got different tires for different things. Alright, I'm just going to put it back to the way it was. It doesn't even bother me that much. Alright, because I love these blue tires. You know, got all these cool things. Alright. But you can customize that. Depending on the vehicle, they have, if they have missing components, like missing wraparound bars or whatever, come check in here. But most of the vehicles have these, has this thing called ULC, Ultimate Lighting Control, or LuxArt Control. And, actually just ULC. It's configured with the extras. So like extra 7 or 6 or extra 7 or 10 might be the cruise lights for whatever reason. But just be aware, alright. And that how those work down there, all these keybinds that I'm pressing down here are going to be your numpad. Alright. Make sure these are all freed up. You don't have any keybinds set to these. Alright, these should all be your ULC keybinds. 1 through 9 on your numpad. Alright. This is how you control everything. Yes, it's a working spotlight. You can hold left control or left shift to spin it. Alright, if you're on controller, if you turn left or right with the steering, with your L3, it does turn that for whatever reason. But, yeah, that's pretty much the gist of that and getting set up. We do have custom plates in the server. We have these plates. We have Texas plate, Arkansas, right? We don't have the 13 plates pack, but we have 6 plates. We have this one, that one, that one. I'm going to be real with you. If you're Arkansas State Police, use common sense. This is the Arkansas State Police plate. It even says it. This one can be LEO if you really want it to be. I've seen them really run something like this. Or they run the diamond one. And if you're playing a Civ, make it worthwhile. So if you're a Civ, right, make sure that you put in, like, you know, it'll be 9834 space YJ1. You know, might look like something like this. Just make it look pretty. All right, just don't be that guy. Yeah, like I said, you're gonna hear me reference that a lot. But that's just that for example. But let's say you want to save the vehicle. You can either save the vehicle that you have. You're gonna hit save current, right? And you're gonna title it, and then you can create a category, and you can put them in different categories. I don't do that. I'm lazy. But these are all the same vehicles I have. All right. So let's spawn this one. This one's one of my favorites. So this one only has a few ULC. It's fine. But I like this one a lot. I don't know why. All right. I think I covered most of the V menu. Before we exit the V menu, you need to make sure that you go in your settings here. All right. And you got to make sure that you have. Go down. You have your blips on. That's cool. When we do Civ roleplay, you might want to turn that off. Be fair. I don't do names. Sometimes admins do, like staff team. They'll look at your name. That is a common thing. But if you want to be more immersive, turn those two things off. The last thing you want to do, all right, is you want to save your settings. So save your voice chat settings that you have, and then you should be good to go. All right, once you have all that saved. All right. That is basically it as the V menu and getting started and spawning a car. As far as getting you started and playing, oh, one thing to note: if you guys are recording in the V menu and you record, right, start recording. I think depending on your graphics pack, it may not work because if you're trying to join the server, go to Rockstar Editor after to load license plates in to record, it's going to crash. But if you just go straight to 5M and hit Editor Replay, you should be good to go, but you won't have the custom license plates. It's not going to load the assets for you, okay, because you didn't join the server first. Little disclaimer there. But other than that, I think that's really it on the V menu side of things and getting set up. So let's talk about the radio. Another thing is utilizing the radio. So to utilize the radio, or to get into the radio, you're going to hit T/, right? You're going to type in set radio agency space LEO. Type it just like this. It's cap sensitive. Do not copy and paste this. You got to type it out. It's just how it is. Then you're going to hit enter. All right. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to hit the / key, not the / key, the / key underneath the space bar. This is going to toggle your radio UI, or it's going to spawn on. All right. It's give it a second. It's going to load. All
Leo
right.
dispatch.
So now we're in the law main dispatch. So we're going to then navigate the radio. If you want to directly click on the radio to interact or change it, move it, wherever, you're going to need to hit the open bracket key, which is beside the P key. All right. You have radio settings up here on the top right corner. You can open it, and you're going to hit the if it's already reset, it's probably big in the center. You can plus or minus it, and you can drag it around. Okay. Once you're good, you hit save settings, and then you can click up volume up or volume down, and you can click channel up or channel down depending on what it is. This is going to be your channel up and down depending on which way you want to click. Orange button is your panic button, and then your volume buttons are here on the left, and then your power button. You can hit escape to go back, playing game. Let's talk about the keybinds for this. Okay, we're going to get to a position where we're going to need to navigate between channels. Okay, starting soon, there's going to be an updated rule where all priorities are going to have to be sent to another a channel in the radio, so that way we're not clogging up the main dispatch for regular calls that need to be made, especially when other civs have active calls and more LEO need to be respond and be more transparent. So you're going to need to change to a different channel, whether it's TAC 1, TAC 2 for priorities.
TAC 2.
What do I mean by priorities? Priorities
Leo dispatch.
Such as you know, 1037s, which are pursuits, foot pursuits. You know, there's a big call out. You know, there's a big fire. You know, stuff like that. So we need to check our keybinds. So we're gonna back into GTA settings. We're gonna go down to keybinds. Gonna go back into 5M. We're going to look for SCN. Alright, that's what we're looking for. Alright, EBU, flatbeds, that's another thing. Don't worry about that. We'll talk about that later. That's if you're playing tow service, okay? You can look up all the controls in here too and figure out what's keybind and tailor it to you. But one thing I need to stress the most is this radio system. We need to talk about it because a lot of people have issues. And if you're not, and like I said in the beginning, if your voice chat stuff is not set up properly, like the in-game GTA voice settings, input and output, it's not right, and your desktop audio or whatever, for whatever reason, not set right, no one's going to hear you on the radio. It's just going to sound like static every time you queue up. So we're in the area, right? We need to talk about setting the move to last channel and next channel. When you move channels, this is how you got to navigate between like the different channels, like the TAC priorities. Please set this. You're doing everybody a favor because you're going to be required at some point to move channels. Whether they need to do a one-on-one with you or need to be in another priority channel where you're assisting with them, okay? Especially when the dispatcher tells you, all right? And we'll talk about that later in the video. So, but set your keybind, push to talk. I use my side mouse button, okay? I also have it to LB, just because it's the only free keybind. Just make sure you don't have weapons toggled. You should be fine. My other side mouse button is my push to talk, local, in-game. That's just something preference. You don't want to do global chat or you don't want to speak freely. Sometimes you want to hear unheard things or have people hear unheard things from you. Okay. The panic button's F6. That's going to get changed, revised soon because it impedes the functionality of the objects menu, which is part of ERS. So we're going to change that soon. But if you do hit this button for panic, probably for good reason, to clear it, you hit either F6 or you're going to type in hit T/TRS reset emergency. All right, just like that. Okay, this is going to clear the emergency, especially when you have that one annoying kid that hits the panic button and never turns it the hell off, or it's crashed and it's just staying up. Okay, this is the command. Don't abuse it, please. If someone's actually having a in-game emergency where their character is dying, they'll probably need to hit the panic button. But we're gonna reconfigure that later. But this is how to clear it, especially for us admins. This is what we do. Okay, but don't abuse it. Don't be that guy. All right. Be mature on the radio. Do not say anything that's gonna, like, discredit the server or use a person. Nothing that's derogatory, or be professional when you're using this radio at all times, please, or else you will be banned, and there is no return and no appealing for that, because I have zero tolerance for that. It's a chill server. It's not to be super strict, but in a sense you need to have maturity, like I said way before. Alright, some other things to look at. If you don't like the clarity of the radio, there's another thing you can do too. It's /do radio command nucleus. Spell it like this, all caps. It is cap sensitive. And hit enter. Okay, you can gain audio mode so you can hear it but more clearly. There's another thing you can do. Some tricks to help it clear up. You might have to type it in twice. Alright. If you hit the up arrow key, it'll put whatever you put last after you hit T. Alright, so it says audio mode's on, legacy mode is not supported. Alright, so just if you have legacy mode on, it's probably not going to be supported. But if you have it off, just hit enter. Alright, you turn legacy mode off. Okay, so now it's just going to be more clear over than that, especially when someone's talking. And there's a keybind in there in the SCN if you want to change the volume. I just don't do that. I only use the last channel and the next channel. But I just hit the open bracket key and volume up down here. Okay. And then hit escape to clear that. But yeah, that's pretty much how you operate the radio. Okay, now that the radio is done, we need to discuss the ERS side of things and how to get started. So we're going to go ahead and right into it. The keybinds for the MDT to get set up and do everything is going to be the F10 menu. Pretty simple. Unlike 5PD, it was your F11. This is F10. Okay. At no point, if you are a person that has played ERS, you need to charge the MDT. I just don't care to do that, and nor do I want you guys to have to do that. Don't worry about that. As you can see, there's a green bar that'll stay green at all times. Okay. So let's talk about it. So this is the first thing you're going to look at, especially when you guys are first timers for ERS. You're going to have your police, you're going to have your EMS, your fire, tow, and your civilian. We're going to cover the police, EMS, fire side of things, and the tow, and we'll kind of just go in that order. But let's get into it. So if you want to be police, you already have your stuff set up. Like we already have it. We did in the beginning of the tutorial. Going to hit select. Now that we're going on duty, you need to assign a call sign. Alright, make sure it's idealistic. Alright, if you are running Arkansas State Police, it's a letter followed by a 1 or 2 digit. And I'm going to give you an example. For example, I am Adam 2. I'd put Adam 2. Same thing on the license plate. It follow the same nomenclature. We'll say I'm Adam 20. Sorry, that was Adam 30, but Adam 20. This is what I'd select. Usually this is what I use. Alright, if someone has it before you, get over it, is what it is. Oh, first you gotta be on shift. Quick shift. I'm an idiot for that. But yeah. I'm 20. Alright. Hold on, excuse me a second. Alright, moving on. Now we have it set. You make sure you're on duty. And these are your, if you don't know the Arkansas State codes, they are posted here. Okay? Alright, red bag, good, whatever. The ones to look out for is going to be your 1011, send a record. 1016 to send an ambulance or fire, whatever. Okay, that's what that's going to be. 1019 means you're en route. 1024 is going to be your traffic stop. That one's very common. Your 29 is a records check or warrant check. Okay. You don't need to worry about that. You can say person comes back. You use plain talk if you want. I'm okay with plain talk if that's what you guys want to do. That doesn't bother me. It's not a rule. It's preferred that, if you do use the 10 codes, I would like for you to use those. I don't know everything in detail. All right. I don't know everything. All right. 1042 means you're out of service. You're at home. You're done for the day. 10-7, 10-42, you're out of service. 10-8 means you're on duty, self-explanatory. The other thing you need to pay attention to is 10-37, pursuit in progress. All right, this could mean anything. It could be person on foot and you know, running away, or in a car. Just send 10-37. All right, so pretty much that. But yeah, these are good references. Okay, these are what these are. All right, I think, and then you can change the departments. Okay, select your department once you go on duty. Okay, and then go to your emergency hotline. From here, you can check the CAD system. You can check about what's active, what the past calls were, etc. like that. Let's say there's a call out that someone else had, and they talk about it on the radio, and you want to get involved. Just click this plus sign here, add a unit, and then click your unit and click assign units. That way.
Do we have any units available to respond to an emergency?
All right, we'll get to that here in a second. Okay, we're gonna get back in the system. All right, we're gonna go down to PNC. From here, okay, all right. Before we go there, little disclaimer. All right, don't be adding other people to your call. Just find your call sign and add yourself. All right, don't be that guy, unless the person gives you permission. Okay. And you can add notes to these calls. You can, like, before you close out the call, you can add notes about what about it, you know, and people can come back and read it if you're really that big of a nerd. You can locate via GPS or archive it, all right, meaning getting rid of it. Next, your records check, where you're checking in-game civilian, Civ RP, or even AI peds. It's a thing. Moving on, we have the dispatcher overview, dispatch panel. All right, so here, do not mess with anything, all right? Unless you're approved dispatch and you know what you're doing in here, okay? If you're lazy, I'm okay with you guys coming in here and messing with your own call sign, I mean, not call sign, but your own, like, status. That's fine, all right? Just don't be that guy, all right? I don't want to deal with that. None of us do, all right? If we catch you in here messing around with everybody's stuff and you're caught wind of it, we're going to remove you from the server. You're going to be banned, and if your friends are in on it, whatever, they're going to be banned too. Just we're not playing around on that. Moving along. All right. Types of reports. You know, you can add reports. You can document everything, especially on the civs that are going to play. We'll talk about civs a little bit later. Statistics. This is just calls. All right. Things about end game. That's more for us. You guys don't got to worry about it. All right. Back to patrol panel. Let's go off duty. Toggle shift. Go off duty. Now we got other stuff, other calls. And each one's tailored to each department. Like, you're gonna have different various calls depending on the department that you're in. Okay, and even the police do get calls for EMS reasons. It's possible. I have done it. You can interact with peds. You can drag peds to safety, like that are unconscious. You could do those things. That's how like immersed that you could be with ERS. But we'll do a lot of demonstrations here soon. And this is gonna be a little bit longer of a tutorial, but I just want to make sure you guys are good to get started. You can just select whatever. But let's talk about the civilian side of things. Civilians, you must be a civilian certified person in the server. You must you must create a ticket. Okay, a civ application is down in the Discord where it says civ applications. Open application, and it gets looked at every Friday, whether it's going to be approved or not approved. All right, it's just how it is. Okay. I do want to talk about this because it's kind of a touchy area, because there's a lot of desync issues that do happen. Just kind of play it off, because desync does happen, but you need to be ideal about it. All right, don't be the guy your car gets pitted out 8 times, it takes you like 20 times to stop, and you get a shootout every time. That stuff gets old real fast. It makes everybody mad. Just stop. All right, but if like you're chasing, let's say like, you know, you're chasing a civ and you're the primary, and the dude behind you, because you desync, the dude behind you slams in the back of you. Just play it off, okay? Or make something out of it. You know what I'm saying? Don't do all this crazy dress stuff, sort of drama. We don't want that, okay? And then for you civs, there's rules for you to follow, okay? It's in there. All right, you guys can review it down in the application section in the Discord. Moving on, you're gonna go to your civilian side. All right. I already have a character created, but you can go ahead and you can do all this. Okay, you can put where you live at, all this cool. I think it's cool, right? I might put, you know, over here, put the postals for, you know, whatever reason, 3009 or whatever. Register a license, you can reflect that, and after that, your character saves. You can delete your character anytime, and you can register. Right, so You can put it at PNG if you want to screenshot your character and push them in there. Actually, you can't. I'll take that back. But you can change this is my character. All right. This is not a real number. We don't have an in-game phone number. Just ignore it. Okay. Don't put all this real information. And for the love of God, don't be an idiot. Don't put your actual information in here. Please don't. It's just a game. All right. So you can put whatever. You can put whether your person has a car license, whether they have one or not, and you can hit save, and you can play as a character. With that being said, the cops in the PNC section can search you, all right, whether your car is registered or not. Let's go to DVLA. This is going to be your. I'm gonna rename this to your car section, registered car. You can edit all this. You can add your car, add it to the thing, and register it. All right. You can you know, it's your ID. All right. In game, don't change it. You change your license plate. I think I explained that already. Common sense. Make it look realistic. Right in the B menu. What vehicle you are actually using or what is close, okay? Or you can put whatever the actual GTA vehicle is if you're using it. Alright, you can just kind of make up a random model name, alright? What your model is paid, is roadworthy insurance, has it been stolen? These are the things that are going to come back as a bolo. If it's not registered, if it's not roadworthy, and it has no insurance or report stolen, it's going to come back unroadworthy, okay? Flagged or for a bolo, and that will reflect. Okay. I think that's it for the Civ side of things. But you guys should have a lot of fun. Oh, and you can put where you live at the property. All right, so the cops can go later. If you manage to escape, the cops can go later. You can plan this out, kind of rig the system if you guys want to record, and you guys can, you know, say, hey, like the helicopter spotted you at your house, and they do a raid in your house, or whatever. You can be that immersive. I don't care. But I think that explains most of it in the MDT side. All right, we're gonna move on to how to actually play in server. So we're going to go back and play as police, for example. Alright, we're going to select toggle shift, select our department, and we'll be on duty. Alright, we're going to go ahead and teleport away. Also, a little quick note, there's more to Roxwood. We're going to wait for the devs to update the map. We like to use this map. I like it a lot. The roads actually have names now, believe it or not. When you look on the nearest postal, it actually has it. Not here in particular, but back on the other roads. But we're going to go get some calls. There are call-outs for Roxwood. Alright, and the backup menu does work, in case you guys didn't know. Alright. So we're going to interact with a traffic stop. Did not mean to do that. Let's go to teleport options. We're gonna pull over a vehicle. And I'm going to teach you how to do that. And I'm going to teach you, we're going to get a call-out that you guys can see as an example. I don't know why someone left the car in the middle of the road. Please don't be that guy either. Clean up your mess. Hit left shift while you're on duty. Alright, you do have a mimic option. So it's going to automatically mimic, and it's going to say press U to stop it. It's going to be already auto enabled. So it's going to mimic you. Just keep kind of feathering it until it gets off. And hit U. Alright. So you're good. You can adjust your car or whatever. You can obviously make it look better. Alright. If the vehicle is flagged, it'll pop up on this ANPR down here below. Alright. You can turn it on and off. I think it's /ANPR or whatever. There's a keybind for it somewhere. You can look in the keybind section. In the 5M keybinds, see where it is to populate and turn it on and off. Moving forward, there are real world events. We have that as part of the ERS. So what does it mean? There's a script in here where the AI PEDs will drive and do different things. There's going to be fake police impersonators where the vehicles, the or the AI PED vehicles, will have flashing blue and red lights in the front. It'll probably be where the front headlights are, with the lower grille, and it'll show underneath, kind of like on the ground. There's also like pink headlights. You'll see that. You'll see PEDs driving on curves, driving erratic, cut across traffic. Those are real world events. Along with that, there are going to be PEDs that might catch themselves on fire, might be fighting. It's so random, all right? It's part of ERS, and I think that I like that a lot because that brings out the immersion. You know, makes out like the everyday life of people sometimes. I don't know about people being lit on fire all the time, but that's a thing in here apparently. All right, we're at a traffic stop, so we're gonna get out, right? Sometimes when I get out, I like to put on my hat, kind of like, you see in videos, I guess. You can come to the passenger side. This one's perfect because we have 2 PEDs. Okay, so you're gonna hit E. If you have 2 PEDs, it's gonna give you an arrow on, right? It's gonna show you up here in top left corner which one you want to select. We're gonna talk to the driver, so it's gonna be to the left. You're gonna hit enter. If there is no passenger, all right, you can just go ahead and hit enter, and we get our ID and greet them. All right. In the next update that's coming, there's going to be an interaction where you can ask them questions and they'll talk back to you, which I think will be pretty cool. So we're gonna do the basics. We're gonna ask for
Provide
ID.
your identification card.
So just gonna worry about him giving us his ID. Owen DeJong doesn't sound right, but he has no license whatsoever. So he can't be driving this vehicle. So I think the biggest thing to do here is interact with him, and we're gonna have him step out of the vehicle. All right. Little disclaimer: when you ask them to get out of the vehicle, they can take off, and you will do pursuit. Your pursuit backup key is going to be B, and you can have other local law enforcement help chase, or helicopters and stuff like that, as like AI backup. But you also has the radio to have people in game to assist. And then you can change the radio UI settings for the radio here as well, same as you would do with the car radio. It's the same thing. You hit the open bracket key, you can adjust the size of it. But not to get away from this. H, while in pursuit mode, will show where the suspect's at in like a third person's perspective camera, like zoomed out, and it'll show you where the person's running. Alright, but you tell him get out.
Please get out of the vehicle.
We'll see if he gets out, which he does. He's compliant, right? And he's pursuing. Alright, which I'm not going to pursue him, but this is an example. We'll hold H, and it'll show. And you can call in B, and you can call in like different backups, right? You got light pursuit. You need an army. I don't recommend this one. The helicopter one's pretty good at night or whatever. You don't need this one, so you're probably gonna want to use the medium and the helicopter one the most. Probably maybe this bottom one. That's about it. But let's say we're done. All right, we're gonna cancel this. I'm just gonna let it slide. Let him get away. But basically, when you're done with the thing, you can issue him a ticket. Hit E, and you can hit at the bottom. It'll say exit. That menu we're talking about where it had greeting and stuff, and it showed you ticket, get out, or whatever. At the bottom, it will be in red. It can say leave or whatever, and then have them order them. Exit interaction and have them leave, or you can exit interaction and do whatever. Also, another feature is you can open the vehicle and search. You can search things, and that's another cool, unique thing that I actually like. And we do have a K9 script that can do that too. All right, not to get off topic. That's really it. And Z is your backup menu, your AI backup menu. Transport, tow, mechanic, fire, animals. You're gonna get animal calls sometimes. Corner, road service to clean up the roads and stuff. Like if there's debris in the road, taxis. See, in this case, if this dude didn't run, I was just gonna call him a taxi, and he actually would have got in. And instead of doing ambulances. Please note that these AI backups do have like replacement vehicles that do reflect Arkansas police vehicles, the actual ambulance that's in the add-ons. They will come, but they're gonna stop 20 feet away from the scene, so that way they're not crashing into you, which I think is a big win in my book. All right, so that's pretty much it. We're gonna leave this, and we'll just try to find something new. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn off my status real fast and go back. I don't know why it's. Maybe I can't get off it. All right, whatever. All right, we'll ignore it. I don't know if I explained already, but. Those call-outs, you can attach yourself to a call-out. I think I explained that here, and then you can add, right? So, alright, you got that, and it'll teleport you to the call-out, which just seems to be the dude's call-out for some reason behind us. Alright, let's do one more. Let's do an actual call-out. Alright, the bridge just came to an end. I don't know where he's at. He's down there chasing. He's probably got somebody. Actually, one more thing you guys can do to help out. If you're not interacting with the PED, It's probably recommended that you can stop AI traffic. You can do / road nodes. Sorry. And then you can like stop traffic. So if you go in here and press E inside the bubble, you can stop traffic completely in each road. Alright, I think that's pretty unique. And then that to exit. There's also a keybind for it. You know, it's L8 toolbox. F4 is to check your civilian ID, by the way. I just forgot about that. Forgot to explain that. F5 is the radio UI. Sorry, F5 is also the road nodes as well if you're outside the car, so you don't got to type it in. F4, that's going to be your, like I said, the civ ID. F6 is going to be your objects placement, but currently it's kind of fighting against the panic button. We got to change the panic button, or I'm gonna change the panic button, but I'll push out an update for that later. Speed zone, it's F7. Don't worry about F8, that's normal. 9 is emotes. F10 is your CAD. F12 is your screenshot apparently. But yeah, that's pretty much that up at the top. Let's do a call out. Let's see if we can wait for one. So we get one. And then we'll kind of go immersive with it. There's all types of calls. Like there's even random world events. Someone's got a flat tire nearby, like in the center right there. You can go interact, help them out, do whatever. You're going to get fire call outs sometimes, or like I said, EMS call outs where you got to go help them. You got to help them be removed from the scene, whether crowded by people or whatever.
We have received another emergency call. Are there any units
You have
free
been
to handle
tasked
it with responding
Press
to the
Y to
latest
accept,
emergency
X to
call?
decline.
Make your way to the scene.
We do have the waypoint, so to get rid of this screen that's in your way, you could press the page down key, alright, and you can put it away. So we need to have a missing person, right? So we can go find them, respond to it. Put your seatbelt on. That should be a rule. You will die if you do not wear a seatbelt in the crash. Please don't turn on me. Good old GTA physics. If you guys are wondering how I got some of this grass, it's probably because of the other graphics mods that I have. I use 5 mods for the grass, and then I use the cams graphics for other stuff. Alright, so we got a pursuit going. This dude took off. Looks like some dude that hurt somebody. Or is missing. Sorry, this was a missing person. So you can deal with that, which I don't want to really. Oh, and you can end the call by hitting X, and then you can hit done.
Your unit has been disengaged from
I
the
don't want to do
previous
that
call
one.
out.
I want to show you guys more. There's one. Hopefully we can get one. So I'll probably skip ahead here once I get one.
For any units available to respond, you have been tasked with responding to the latest emergency call.
Okay.
Make your way to the scene.
Okay, we're back. Alright, we got a call out for a passenger bus that flipped over. So we're going to go ahead and respond, right? And we're going to get over there. I'm not going to use sirens right now, but I'm going to hit the end key to get that out of the way. Sorry, the page down key. So we're almost there, about 1.4 miles out. We're going to take Panorama south. Alright, so yeah. I think this is a good system to play. A lot better than 5PD, like I was saying earlier. A lot more stuff to do, a lot more to interact as a player. One key note is if you are chasing a suspect, don't hold E. Like when you want to stop the ped, like 5PD, it's not going to work. Just tap E once, the character, or the AI ped will stop, okay? I just wanted to throw that out there while we're responding to this. So we do have an overturned bus. This would be really helpful if you had another player on to help with road nodes to shut down the road. And AI still does work pretty well, even with the road nodes closed. They're going to drive through it and get to the position that is 20 feet away. So we do have the bus here. I think there was people hurt, right? So here we are. This is something to showcase, right? We got people hurt. We're going to... So we shut down the road. So we're going to interact. So we got the road shut down. So we're going to help this dude out. We're going to go here and we're going to help him. Alright, there's people hurt. So we're going to exit interaction. But I want to show you guys how to assist people, right? So we got this person here, right? We're going to drag him out of the way. And it's going to do this little thing. You use the A and D keys to drag. It's going to start dragging automatically backwards. So your D key turns you this way left, and your A key turns you right, I guess. And then just hit E to stop them. Sorry, or not E to stop them. Backspace to stop. So pretty much that. You can stop them. You can interact. What we can do is we're going to hit E, and we're going to hit the ambulance key.
I require an ambulance at my location. Please send over a unit as
let's
soon
make
as
sure
possible.
that our notes are still up. They're still up. Okay. All right. F5 to interact with that, and F5 to close it. All right. So our EMS came. All right. The bus looks like it's smoking, so we're going to hit Z again, and we're going to get the fire department.
I require firefighters at my location.
So we got a lot of
Please
EMS.
dispatch a fire unit
Let's see. If you
ASAP.
do click these again, they're going to cancel the services. Okay, you can do that. All right. So EMS is coming. All right, they're going to do their thing. And this also, like I said, you have a lot of stuff to interact with. You can help out. You can do CPR. You know, there's things we can do. You know, we got airway. You can check breathing, circulation, stuff like that. Check airway. Make sure the person, are they breathing? The person's going to kind of get up for a second, but then you got to check them, right? No obstructions, right? So we're going to check for breathing next. So going through the life procedure. Someone's already dead. But you can put them in a body bag too. That's another thing with them. We're going to check breathing. Abnormal breathing. Okay, so abnormal breathing. We need EMS, but they are breathing. We're gonna make sure there's no obstruction. I guess that's another thing to check. All right. Let's check for. There's no bleeding airway. I mean, it's nothing obstruction. They just have bad breathing. They're just messed up really bad. But we just have to wait. But yeah, and you can get tow. I don't know if tow is gonna pick up a bus, so yeah, I have to figure that one. Maybe we get a heavy wrecker on that. I think Z. Just call tow or mechanic or something, see if it works. Or actually use this to clear nearby roads.
I require road cleanup services at my location. Please dispatch a unit.
Okay, I haven't done this one, so we're gonna find out what the nearest road services can do. Let's see if it actually clears up and see if it actually helps out. The road service. I am gonna see what that is. Alright. But yeah, I think I kind of explained everything. One thing I want to do, also when you arrest subjects and you see them, make them seek some medical attention, they're always going to run like that to the ambulance. F3 is going to be your, I forgot to tell you, F3 is going to be your civilian 911 call center. I do recommend switching it to F2. So if you're playing Civ, you can do a 911 call, and it'll generate in the CAD system as a Civ. I think that's all I really want to showcase for now. But I'm pretty sure this is pretty much how to get started and interact. The rest is up for you to figure out, but I think I pretty much covered everything. So, and F5, if you're in the vehicle, F5 is going to open this up. So, but we're going to hit E to escape first out of that. Hit E to turn that off, and then beat not exit. So I think that's pretty neat. All right, you guys kind of explore around, figure things out. I think that's it of ERS. That's all I really wanted to showcase. Yeah. Oh, I think I want to say one more thing if I haven't said it already. If you do have reshade, please do not change. Oh, please do not change your preset in the game. If you open this menu, it's fine, but if you change anything, the anti-cheat is going to pick up on it, and it's going to ban you. So I recommend, if you want to change your shader, or whatever you want to do to your reshaded game, you're going to have to do this before you join the server. You can do this at the 5-in menu, but if you do this in game, you will be banned, and you have to create a ticket and explain the whole situation. Alright? Other than that, I just kind of wanted to kind of explain in the remarks of things. I really hope that this helps you understand how to play ERS as a whole, and it kind of work out some of the troubles you guys have. Another thing is, I appreciate you guys for watching this. If you made it this far, just please do me a favor, like and subscribe down below. This is here for you guys. Alright, I'm doing this for you. And I'm happy to have this server up and going. I'm going to keep this up for probably a long time. It's really dedicated for me and my buddies to play, but it is public. It's for you guys to play as well, so I made it public. Enjoy it for what it is. If there are any bugs, please put it in the ERS bugs section. Alright, there's channels down there below you guys can check out. If you are absolute lost, you can ask the community for help. There's a help I'm retarded section, like I said, I think before, down below in the Discord. If you're completely lost and no one can help you, then you could create a ticket. Alright, don't DM me over the little stuff. I don't want to deal with that. I'm going to ignore you. Alright, and don't ask me to turn off 2FA, because I'm not lowering the security risks for the server. Okay. We're going to go over the rules here in a second. I will pull them up. Just give me 1 second here. I want to pull these up. Give me a second to pull these over. Alright, we're in here. Alright, we have the 10 codes. You guys can see all this. Alright, we have the application and the rules. Alright, these are the things you'll need to check out. But we're going to go over the rules. Alright, we're going to... This is the last thing I want to cover before I end the video. I know it's a long video. Please stick through. This is here for you. Alright, this is a policy and rules to ensure you guys are following, right? No random death matches, vehicle death match, killing units or against other players. Just don't do this. Horsing around, I get it sometimes. It's cool, whatever, alright? If you can articulate that, I'm not going to be mad over some silly dumb shit. But if you're over here, constantly killing each other for fun, don't do that, alright? You will get banned. I have no remorse. I don't care. I don't care who you are. Don't do it, alright? 15 years of age or older. We're not stupid. If you're a child and we think that you're under the age, we're going to ban you. You're not going to play. We're not going to do this, okay? No ifs, ands, or buts. It is what it is. Call signs and names must match the nomenclature of the Arkansas state. IRL. Just do the best you can. If you don't know, ask somebody or ask us. Alright? We can help you with that. Do not overtake primary units without permission, okay? I am cool if you guys are cool with how Arkansas does things, where the ASP, Arkansas State Police, takes over as primary. But you have to communicate that with the primary unit beforehand, before you take over, become the next primary. If you get what I'm saying. Picking up what I'm putting down? But that's pretty much the gist of that. Just be a bro, alright? If you want to be idealistic, say, hey, ASP, come on, go ahead and take over. I'll be secondary, I'll make the callouts. If you're secondary, please make the callouts. It just helps out, alright? And then we're going to talk about that, actually, in pursuits. We're going to utilize the priority channels, alright? Go TAC 1 or TAC 2 for the priorities and the 1037s, please. Switch to that. It'll do everybody a favor. Clean up all your scenes. Please do that. Don't be that guy. Don't leave a mess for everybody else to clean up or whatever. Don't be that guy, alright? That's just going to make me mad. Changing vehicles. You can do it out of plain view, away from scenes and people. Do not do it in front of others. Stop. It ruins the immersion, and it just kind of ruins people's recordings if people are doing that. Report all players violating rules, alright? Report them. If they're doing the wrong thing, go ahead and record it, screenshot it, do whatever, right? You must provide valid or enough evidence for us to support you, to help you deal with that person. Alright, if you are breaking the rule, alright, and you are part of the problem, or you see it, or so you're a witness to something and you don't report it, and you're kind of doing your own thing or whatever, you can be part of the problem, and you can be receive administrative actions or punitive actions for that reason. It can be banned, alright, depending on the circumstance. Any links or anything in your appropriate 500 Discord name, alright, it's not permitted. Don't be that guy. Don't put anything that you think that's inappropriate. Alright, common sense. All right, advertising, promotion, and partnerships are not permitted without permission of the owner or co-owner. All right, videos, pictures, promotion to other servers, poaching other members, etc. Okay. We'll go over poaching here in a second, but I do want to make a disclaimer. All right, if you're advertising the server, I'm gonna go ahead and put it out. That just kind of bring it to our attention first. I find it disrespectful if you're just gonna go behind our back and do things, and then advertise it like if you're an owner. All right, you don't own it. It's us. I own it. All right, me, Lone, and United, and all the boss men. We created this, not you. All right, but I'm cool with you guys live streaming. We're gonna get into the next thing. You guys can promote in the sense of like getting word out about the server and stuff. But as long as it's not poaching in the sense of that you are harassing people a lot, blowing up their DMs about joining a server, that's gonna get you banned if you get snitched on. I'm just saying. Live streaming, all right? We're cool with it. It's permitted. What's not permitted is not safe for work content. Don't be displaying inappropriate things in the server or recording out of the server, and it does not reflect the server at all. So if you're broadcasting something that's not appropriate, and it's in the Discord or it has something about this server, we take no part to it. All right. We don't promote racism or don't say anything. Don't use any derogatory or use racial slurs such as the N-word or whatever. You get my drift. Promote mental and physical harm, politics, religion, violation of server rules, metagaming. Don't do that. If you don't know what metagaming is, it's like looking at stream sniping someone else and then using that as advantage over playing in the server. Filler RP, no intent to roleplay. All right, don't be that guy. Come in here and play for what it's intended. Blackmailing, don't do that. Target, retaliate against others. Illegal activities, misconduct towards members or pretending to claim to be owner or staff. Okay. Racism's not permitted. Disrespecting members is not. Trying to at everyone, don't do it. All right, please stop. Have common sense. If you're told to stop doing something, then stop doing whatever you're doing. Don't argue back. All right. If you have any issues or problem with somebody, just make a ticket. All right. Don't argue with somebody. Just go away. All right. If they're harassing you, create a ticket and we'll deal with it. Don't try to solve it on your own. You're just going to create more drama that we don't want. Be realistic as possible when pursuing suspects. Be sure to have 2 to 3 car lengths in proper space to accommodate desync issues. Primary unit has the right of way. Secondary unit may call it direction of travel and mile markers postal. Alright. Like I said, desync happens, but give yourself some space. It happens. And don't get mad if someone desyncs and hits you. Alright, you should have had the appropriate space and car length. 16. Staff members are only authorized supervisors in the server. Do not impersonate us or claim to hold any higher position of authority. There's no ranked. Alright? There are no hierarchies or player ranks. Ranked systems often lead to toxic behavior, power abuse, and unnecessary in-game politics. Everyone here operates under the same permissions and expectations. Alright? Moving on. We're almost done with the rules. No RP is allowed. You can, animal RP is allowed. Canine, you can use a canine that we have built in ERS. Go look in the keybinds, see what spawns a dog. There are people that's already figured it out. I haven't. I even messed with canine yet, I'll be honest. Trainings, they're not permitted. Don't be doing some weird training. But you can help members. Like if they don't understand how to play, like I'm making this tutorial, you can refer to this video or help them out yourself. Right? Or help them out with their graphics. Right? Politics and religion. Do not talk about it. I don't want to hear about your biased personal beliefs or whatever. Just don't bring it up here. This is not that environment. I don't want to promote hate speech or anything like that, or anything that involves any of those topics. Bullying and harassment is not tolerated. In-game Discord-related issues will be handled by making a ticket. Do not DM me, as I explained earlier. Just don't DM me over stupid little things. I'm going to ignore it. LEO, police tow, alright, those, and every fire or whatever, you're permitted. FBI, military RP, martial RP, and civilian RP is only for approved members. What does this mean? You must submit a civilian application, alright, and if I'm being nice, I might come up with FBI or military RP or whatever. But I'm going to tell you right now, FBI, military RP, and martial RP is probably never going to happen. You could be a game warden. I'm cool with that. But you're going to have to get with Hugh. He's the other staff member. He's very big on game warden stuff. Talk to him about it. Alright. I don't really care to be a game warden or explain the subject. But I'm cool with you if you want to be a game warden. There are game warden callouts in this server. Spamming in text chat. Don't be that guy. Don't do mic spamming either. I'm just going to give you the boot. Alright. Before I continue on, before we finish, I do try to follow the 3-strike rule. Alright, strike 1 warning, strike 2 kick, strike 3 ban. But it's all like depending on the circumstances. Alright, if it's evident that you were like screwed up and you made a bad mistake, like you are doing the things that like FRPing, like VDMing, you're just gonna be banned. Alright, I'm just skipping all that. Alright, you're gonna go strike 3, you're out. Everything's case by case basis. I understand that things happen, like desync stuff or whatever reason. If you can articulate with me, I'm a very reasonable person in the ticket or whatever. Even though our staff members, we're kind of pretty much forgiven most of the time, or a little bit of horseplay, or whatever, just happens. We'll give some leeway, man. If you're being open and honest with us, we can work with you. All right. We're not here to just kick ban and leave people out to dry. That's not our ways. We're not like that. I don't care what anybody tells you. We're friendly people. Moving on, we have the arguing with staff. Just don't argue with us. All right. If you have an issue with a staff member, you can create a ticket, and you can talk to. It'll be bossman and higher, and we will review it. If it is bossman member, or if it's one of my bossmen, I will handle it, or loan, or knighted. We will deal with that. Poaching is not permitted. I talked about this earlier. All right. If it's unwanted harassment, you will be banned. Just don't poach members if it's unwanted. Don't ask them to keep, following you on Twitch every single time you DM like 8 times, spamming up or blow up their DMs. That's not cool, bro. Don't be that person. All right. One second. If you're breaking international laws, okay, and you're caught, you will be banned. I don't care if you're caught. We find out about it. Whatever you've done, and there's a report against you, I'm just gonna drop you because we don't want no part of that. We don't want anything. I'm just gonna tell you right now. Once a report is made against you, it is final until it is either dropped or followed up on a civil or federal level of act. And this could be international or national laws overall. Like if you break country and another rule, I can't help you. None of us can save you. Like it's not our position of authority. We don't have power to do anything, right? We're just random, regular civilians out of the U.S. Running the server. All right. Don't do anything to embarrass your family or country unless you want to end up on television or social media. Common sense. I put that up there, right? Just don't be that person, all right? And then we're almost at the end. All right. We have like one more rule. Promotion of toxic gaming environment is prohibited. Threats against the general public, other members of federal government agencies. Use the derogatory terms, like I said before. Promotion of racism. Don't do it. All right. All this. I'm not going to just, go down the whole thing. Let's go to the remarks. All right. Now we're finally at the end. Okay. Here we go. All right. Approved civilian RP. Okay. Rules for them will be present in the civilian application. Those who violate the civ rules will receive administrative action, possible separation for the server as a whole. I don't like drama. All right. I don't care for it. If I have to sit here and argue over who's what, and I can't figure out who's right, you're both gone. All right. Figure it out. Make amends, or make means with somebody. Disclaimer: for civilian RP, the ratio from cop to civ is 2-to-1. There must be 2 cops for every civilian. 1 civilian. Civilians and cops at all times will be realistic, and there will be no discrepancy between each other. Arguing will result in punitive action against both parties. Go with the flow. Desync occurs at all times. Desync occurs all the time, so don't get mad. Just use your critical thinking skills and just make something work for both of you. Make something out of the situation I was talking about earlier in the video. If you can't, work out a desync issue, play it off, then we're going to have a problem. Lastly, don't be that guy ruining it for everyone. Be realistic as much as you can. We understand it's a game. Treat it in such a way that you see no CRP. So you guys watch OCRP all the time. You watch Barry Bugs, Jeff Aviano, Ryan, Civ Ryan. Those guys are great. I love watching them. They do RP fantastic. They're not crazy. They do fair RP, and it's like nothing insane. All right. I've still on their second server. They do all the trolling stuff, but on a primary server, they kind of treat it serious. All right. So be like that. All right. Be a bro. Help people out. It's just a chill server. If you want to come on, play on as LEO with your friends and play, do your own little LEO group thing for just AI Ped, that's fine. Do it. I'm cool with it. All right. But just don't interfere with anybody else if you're trying to play alone with your friends. All right. Stay away from everybody else's call. If you are going to do that and you interact with other people's call, I don't want to hear gripes or complaints if someone's in with your call. Okay. It's a public server. People are going to probably end up in your call anyways because they're going to attach whatever. Maybe they might hear it on the radio or whatever. All right. So if you're in the radio and you call something up, don't get mad if someone responds to you on the radio and attaches your call, even if you don't want them to or not. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Here's the controls link. They're all down here. You can join. You can look at it there. All right. Server status is always up. You can always click connect there. Here's my launch memorandum. Okay. Here's a memorandum for proof of record. Here's some tips, things that I recommend. And I think I explained everything. And then we'll go over the uniform stuff. Probably another time. We'll update EUP. All right. ERS Media. This is for you guys to post videos, whether it's fails or there's fails section, or whatever, good stuff. I love your guys' photos. Everybody that's sends photos in the server, I think it's pretty cool. I enjoy it. I love it. I love the things that you guys create, and I like seeing those things. Oh, I did forget to tell you another thing. I know I keep saying last thing. There are weather stuff, so we can plan events where there are tsunamis, and you got to evacuate the area of people. You got to assist. We could do tornadoes. We can do extreme heat waves, snow blizzards, blackouts, and what makes it immersive is we do have power line trucks. I think I just got one the other day, and you guys can role play that. You guys can be a civilian role playing as a lineman, and we can do a blackout, and you got to repair the grid. That is a thing. Like, we can make that happen, but you got to coordinate that with us. You know, you can just pull aside like, hey, I want to do this, and we can plan it, right? Just, you know, we can do those things. There's other stuff. We have troll actions such as like meteor showers, end of the world, and those are typically planned around right before the end of the server. Probably like the last minute of the server, you'll go into like a troll section where it'll kind of destroy the world or whatever. That's the setting we have. It's pretty cool weather perm. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I appreciate you guys. I hope you guys really enjoy the server. Please make the best out of it. I hope this is for you guys. I hope this is a lot better than 5PD. And if there's any critiques or any things that you have, there is suggestions, I believe, down in here somewhere. Suggestions, please. They're here. I look at them. I don't ignore them. I look at them. If I don't respond back, it's because I probably haven't gotten to it yet, but I typically try to respond. But I definitely take a look at these. I don't overlook them. All right. But yeah, I'm excited to see you guys play. I like to see what content you guys are going to make in the server. If you want to stream the server, I'm okay with it. Just, you know, don't make it out to be your own. Like, who owns the server? It's us. All right. Just make sure you provide a link to the Discord for people to join that wants in from your stream or whatever, your recordings. What happened? Definitely want to just let it be known. We do have some YouTubers that are in here present, like LHRN Crash. I like watching this guy's videos. Does all the ASP videos. Please go check him out. I think this dude does. He deserves more credit. Dude works hard. He streams every day. I think and provides all the ASP content. So please go check that out. I think he'll be very happy that you guys did. All right. Other than that's it. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below, or you can just create a ticket here in the Discord. All right. We can handle everything. Other than that, that is it. Have a fantastic day.